Hello everyone, Xiaoling here, welcome back. So Ubisoft have recently made the Rainbow Six Siege Starter Edition available again for purchase. So for those of you who don't own Rainbow Six Siege already and are wondering whether or not this version is worth buying, hopefully this video is going to answer some of your questions that you might have. The Starter Edition of Rainbow Six Siege sells for $15, which is significantly less than the $60 you'd have to pay for the Standard Edition at retail price. The difference is the cost of unlocking the original operators in the game, of which there are 20. There will be 12,500 renown each versus the Standard Edition's maximum of 2,000. And I say maximum of 2,000 because the first operator of any of the 5 units will cost you 500. The next one will be 1,000, the next one will be 1,500, and finally it maxes out at 2,000. So in the Standard Edition, in order for you to unlock all of the vanilla operators in the game, it'll cost you a total of 25,000 renown. Now, if you buy the Starter Edition, you will get 2 random operators for free from this selection: Rook, Mute, Smoke, Sledge, Ash, and Fuse, which are all actually quite good operators. Thankfully, they haven't included any situational operators in here or any of the less useful ones in this list. These are all very good picks and they are all versatile. On top of that, you'll get 600 rainbow credits in the package, which you can use to unlock 2 operators of your choice out of any of the 20 available operators. I'd probably recommend Thermite as one of them, since he is an almost crucial operator in most cases. At any rate, that's 4 of the 20 operators that you can get right off the bat, which leaves the other 16 for you to purchase with renown. So you're looking at a total of 200,000 renown, which is actually quite a lot. Now, according to Ubisoft, that'll take around 15 hours of play to unlock one operator versus the 20 minutes to 2 hours in the Standard Edition. So that's a massive 240 hours in order to unlock all 20 vanilla operators. And you might be thinking, whoa, 240 hours, that's a lot of renown and that's a lot of hours. But I do want to say though that it's not necessary to own all of the operators in the game in order to be competitive or even to contribute to your team. I own the Standard Edition of the game as well as the Season Pass, and even then I usually only choose from a handful of my favorite operators when playing either as the attackers or defenders and in ranked mode. The amount of renown earned during the play remains the same for both of these versions, as does the cost of the DLC operators, which are 25,000 renown each, unless of course you own the Season Pass. And you also get access to all of the exact same content with the Standard Edition and the Starter Edition. The maps, the modes, the weapon mods, the customization options, all of them are going to be accessible to you, and they will also all remain the same price for both versions, unless of course you get the Season Pass, which gives you 10% off all store purchases as well. So you could potentially buy the Starter Edition and the Season Pass, saving yourself the grind of getting the new operators, which will also set you back around 200,000 renown for all 8 of them, which is only slightly less than the 16 vanilla operators if you get the Starter Edition. So that is one route you could take. So you'll end up paying, I think it's about $30 for the Season Pass plus your $15. You'll still pay less than the Standard Edition, but then you'll get all the DLC operators for free, so you'll save the grind with that. So you have a few choices. And then again, of course, you can also buy a Rainbow Credit Pack starting at, I think it's $4.99 for 600 credits, which will get you 2 operators every time you buy those, because I think there are 300 Rainbow Credits each. Keep in mind though that you also earn around 6,000 renown just from watching the tutorials in the game and finishing all the 10 single player challenges. I think there were 10 if I remember correctly. And of course there are daily challenges which will give you 200, 150 renown as well, which is not much, but it does add up since you'll be doing them on a daily basis. Playing ranked will net you more renown obviously than casual, so winning a ranked match will get you 500 plus renown per match, versus I think half of that for a loss, and casual is going to net you just a little bit less than that. So the question is the Starter Edition worth buying? Well, I'll say that if you are wanting to save money and have a lot of time to play and aren't in a particular rush to get all of the operators, it's definitely not a bad deal at all, especially if you couple that with getting the Season Pass. So then you'll still play less than the full version and you'll save yourself some grind with the additional operators. But as I said earlier as well, you don't need all of the operators. I'd say that I probably used less than 10 of the 20 available operators in most of my regular matches. If however you've got the money and prefer having faster access to all of the operators and you have to have them all as soon as possible, then getting the Standard Edition is probably a better buy. The one thing I do want to say though is that if you are thinking about getting the starter edition, also the other thing I want to say, there are often sales for the standard version of the game. So before you buy the starter edition, check around at the various online retailers to see if you can find a sale price for the standard version of the game. I would say that that's well worth it as far as a time investment goes. Anyways guys, that wraps up this video. Hopefully some of you found it helpful. If you do have any questions or comments, you can just leave them in the section below. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and all of that kind of stuff, since it does help out the channel a fair amount. Otherwise guys, I've been Xiaoling. Until next time.